celebrations and just things that we are proud of for you can, I don't care what you shout out. You can shout out like today I drank 8 bottles of water if you want to. But that's what we're gonna do. We're celebrating the first thing. So a couple of things I want to shout out some people for. Heather Bennett has a new brand ambassador too. Actually, one's her level 1, one's her level 2. It's amazing. I'm trying to look at my people who's on here. Becca. She and we just always have really good conversations. And like, she is a person who can quickly take her thoughts captive and be like, nope, this is not right. This is not how I'm supposed to be thinking. And she flips it, and she always has a plan for what her week is going to look like. And so I'm excited about that. And Michelle Pryor is on tonight. That's exciting.
How are them babies?
Yeah.
Yeet. Twin mom life over here.
I'm a little afraid to talk. I'm afraid that they're gonna like wake up.
Oh, well, turn
They're
us,
just like
turn
behind
us down.
and
Yeah, turn us down. Don't let us wake the babies, please.
All moms understand that. Gotta keep them asleep.
this is the first Sunday ever that they've like been in bed on time.
Well, hallelujah.
That's when. I didn't catch.
I think that was it. Did you have anybody
breaking
else?
Up.
Shouting out anyone else, Sarah?
No, I'm done. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Done. Sam, do you have anything you want to say for shout outs? I just have the little thing, so I was just going to shout out everybody that way, and then everybody that was on the IPA Zoom today. It was Katie, Heather, me, and then Morgan, I believe, right? Morgan was on there?
Yeah.
Mine kept going in and out, so.
Yeah.
Good doing that. And Heather, you'll have another one tomorrow at 11?
Yes, I'm going to have one the first 3 days of every week in February. So, yeah, okay. Except for Cruise Week.
All right. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 11 Eastern Standard Time. So if you are on Heather's time, that's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
We get all confused with these time zones, but we'll get there one day. But I'm going to share. Let's see. Well, maybe. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this.
While you're sharing that, I want to shout out a few people that are not just the people who have added people, but just my team that is really digging their heels in this month. We've had a couple of coaching calls already, and they have went so well. And I really think coaching calls are not just for the person that you're coaching, not just for the person that you're trying to help out and really dig into their goals, but I think it helps you as a leader too. It builds your confidence. It also maybe just reiterates some things that you need to be doing as a leader and helps keep you accountable. Like things like when you start going through things with your people, like, and you're like, oh gosh, like I need to be doing that too. So I think it's just a really good way to like keep, everybody accountable. So I just want to shout out Sam for putting me in calls and chats with her people this month. I see such a shift in momentum, and we want to keep that going, and we don't want it to be just at the end of the month. We want to be, we want to be doing all month long. We don't want to be spinning our wheels at the end of the month. So I want to shout out her and then her girls who have taken the time to hop on coaching calls with us and just really dig into their goals. And then I just want to shout out Katie's team, her entire team. They ended January with a bang, and they didn't stop there. So we've already got some momentum going, and we want to keep it. So thank you, Katie, for really just pouring into your girls and being such a good leader. And just thank you to our entire team who puts in the time, puts in the effort. We see you. We love you.
Amen. All right. So, y'all, it's only the 3rd, and we've already added this many people. How many is this? 6, right? 6 people. So we just wanted to shout these people out. Bethany, literally, when I woke up, it said that she had added somebody. I was like, holy cow, like, way to go. And then Morgan added 2 people back to back, and then Angie added somebody. I don't think Robert's on tonight, but I remember talking about him last week, and he really wants to work the business, and he's obviously doing something because he's already helped somebody this month. And then I helped somebody today, which she is actually on the call right now. I just helped her like an hour ago and told her about the call, and she's on here. So I wanted to shout Kaylee out for just being on here, already making a post and doing the things because she knows she's tried the products before. She's been here before. She knows she's seen some of you guys, and she's ready to just run with it and do it. And I'm really proud of her for just being on here. I don't know how to exit this, y'all. Hold on.
You can just do stop screen share down there.
Where does it say it?
At the bottom of the screen where it says share. Yeah, and then you can stop share.
It doesn't say that.
Press escape.
Did that stop it?
No.
Did
yeah.
that? Okay, there we go. And then I just want to shout out Tracy and Angie, just like Sam did, just for digging their heels in, getting on the coaching calls, doing the things. You tell them what to do and they do it, and they're on here. And I'm just really, really proud of everybody. And I'm proud Amber's on here tonight. She usually cannot jump on because she usually does not have internet. So I'm thankful that she is on, and we're just going to have an amazing month, and I'm excited for everybody.
I'm going to shout out people too, if that's okay.
Yes.
So we have been doing the coaching calls, like Sam said, and I wanted to shout out the girls who've actually hopped on, because I know that those coaching calls require vulnerability. They require answering some questions or getting real with yourself. Like we had tears on one today. Just people really, really opening up and seeing the vision and moving forward. So, of course, Sarah Payne is always doing the things. But when I talked to her this past week, it was last week, I felt like we had a really great conversation. She kind of done something that she, felt led to do, which she's sharing with me. And it's really, it just gave me chills. She shared with me this morning some stuff that she's learning and doing to grow and to become the very best leader that she can for her team. So I love that about her. Sam Farner was on a coaching call today with me and Samantha Vance, and she was very vulnerable, very raw, and got to work after we got off and already signed a person. I talked with Katie last week, and we game plan, and she mapped things out, and then her team just took off. And Sam Vance, we got on a call with Angie, which was really good. And just to say about Sam Vance, she didn't really know what to do for coaching, she said. But then when we got on the call with Sam Farner and Angie, I was like, I'm going to let you lead. And she was like a complete natural and so good at it. So shouting her out for doing amazing things. But this whole team, the last 2 days of January, we grew by 200 points. So I want to say that to say all of you are capable of really big things when you put your mind to it. Valdora is on here. She had a goal that she was like, I don't know if I can hit it. I'm like, you absolutely can. She did. She worked and worked and worked. She was like, I actually think I like working at the last minute, but she hit her goal. And I'm super proud of her for doing that. So let's just work these first days like we did the last 2 days of January. And we're going to have a huge, amazing February. I'm super proud of all of y'all.
All right, who's next?
Whoever's talking about February.
That would be Sam.
Oh, hey, Megan. Okay. So, who's excited about February? Y'all, we have some really, really good things that we need to take advantage of. Plexus has truly, truly set us up for success. I mean, thinking about all the things that they do, that they've done for us, everything they mentioned at Super Saturday, that just goes to show you that they have our best interests at heart. And it's about the people, and it always has been. And I truly believe the heart of Plexus always will be. So to really, really take off with February, let's remember that we have the $1 membership. and that does not take a code. So it's just automatically $1 VIP membership. Normally it's $9.99 at sign up. So just make sure you're taking advantage of that. That's the 1st through the 15th only. So far, that as far as we know. So with 100 PV order or more. And then free reset is still going on through the 15th. So 130 PV. I actually sent somebody a cart just a little bit ago. Hopefully they will seal the deal because I'm waiting. I'm waiting for them to do that. So, anyways, I sent them a cart with triplex and active, and so they qualified for the free reset. So, if your person only wants 100 PV, that's fine. Don't discount that. Don't let them don't freak them out and tell them they need to buy all these things, but really, really, really capitalize on how much they're going to save if they do go ahead and just bump that to 130 PV, which will be like one more product, plus triplex or whatever combo that you have for them. But and then they'll get the reset for free, which is I always say $89 value, but Heather says that she actually says the retail price, which is what, like $119 or 109? Okay, 109. So $109 value. I got to get that in my head because I've always said $89. So yeah, you tell them like literally $109, you're getting that for free if you just get one more product. You bump your PV up to 130. So make sure you're doing that. The code is reset. So you do have to do a code for that. So you have to add the reset into, if you're sharing a cart with somebody or whatever, or you're giving them instructions to sign up, just make sure you tell them the reset has to be added to the cart, and then you do the code reset and it will take reset off of there. So just make sure you do that. Otherwise, it's not going to work.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah.
How long is the free reset going on? I'm sorry, I'm trying to write all this down as you're
Oh, you're
talking.
fine. And we'll also send you the February, what's happening in February, and it's on the team page too, so that you can have all this information. So that's
I'll
actually
send it right now.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's through the 15th. Who knows? Sometimes they extend things, but I would definitely try to just capitalize on it the 1st or the 15th because you don't know, what they're going to do. It probably will end on the 15th. So yes, so as of right now, it's through the 15th.
Yeah, and Joel's kind of have a preview and it is ending. So we got to maximize the $1 in the resets because those are ending on the 15th.
And then don't forget your Fast Start Refresh programs, which are amazing. And for those of you who are new and you've got your Fast Start program, and so we'll get you all the information on that. But you do get the Fast Start bonuses if you hit ranks within certain days. And so we'll make sure that we get that to everybody. But the Fast Start Refresh is really cool because they go off of your benchmark from it's December, right? Or is it January? Well,
Well, the Joel one moved to June.
yeah. So they moved the Joel one to January, but everybody else is December, right?
Right. Yes.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So December, whatever your benchmark rank was, meaning like whatever you ended December at, that's what they're going to go off of. But you have the options, you have the advantages to be able to Fast Start Refresh, even if you've already gotten Fast Start bonuses in the past. And most of y'all know, and y'all have the chart for that. But if you do not, let us know and we'll help you. You need to say something, Heather?
No, you're fine.
Okay. But yeah, that's our big February thing. So, really, really, really just want to reiterate capitalizing on the 1st through the 15th because that's our big time to get a lot more bang for your buck if you've got somebody signing up. So yeah, and also like February is a short month, remember that. So we've got the end of the month. That ends on the 28th. So make sure that, we want to make sure we keep the momentum and that we're not spinning our wheels at the end of February because we are short, a couple 2 to 3 days, depending on what month it is. But So yeah, and then some of us will be on a cruise that last week. So just want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to in February well and set goals. Don't be afraid to set goals. You need to set goals, write it down, talk with your sponsor, find your accountability partner, because this business allows you to dream and it also allows you to achieve. It's not just a dream that is never going to come true or anything like that. Like you have the tools, you have everything it takes. You just got to have the mindset. And so I've had some big mindset shifts over my course in Plexus, and I'm super excited about this year. I think, like I said, I just think Plexus's heart is people, always has been, but I just feel like they just keep doing better and better at serving us and doing what really helps us. So make sure you're adding all your people to the Health and Happiness VIP lounge. Make sure you're adding your customers there. If you've not tagged some of your new customers in the +1, the help one post, make sure you do that. If you need help, we will help you with that. We'll tag you in it so you can find it, but should be pinned, right? Is it pinned? Yeah. Okay. It should be pinned. But put all your new people in that. That helps them, it doesn't feel so scary to just get one person to jump on with you and help you be accountable and do this with you. So make sure you are tagging your people in that. I think I'm done. I'll stop rambling.
If you need help finding it, just go to the Health and Happiness Lounge, hit featured, and then just scroll down. I think it's the second or third post down, and it's right there.
And the Health and Happiness Lounge is not a business page. It is what I call a customer support page. So all of your customers should be added there. And you should tag them in a relevant post. Like if they started for pregnancy issues or hormonal or weight loss, search that, tag them in a testimony too. It's a really good resource for that kind of thing.
My turn.
Yes, ma'am.
Katie added for the things for February, there's an event Thursday night at 8.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I had that on my list to talk about and I did not say it. So, yes, invite your people to that.
That's going to be a product event, right?
Yes.
Product testimony. And then there's the event every Monday night that Plexus does. Like tonight is Brittany Howard and Christina. So that's going to be a good one. My turn? Okay. Let's talk about authentic storytelling, you guys. I want to read you all something. And hold on. A few of you have already gotten the screenshot from me. And I'm really I don't need anybody to affirm me. I don't need any oh my gosh, I don't need any of that. I just want to read you something, okay? I checked in on a customer last week and I had checked on her multiple times. She's been ghosting me for 6 weeks. And so I told her, I was like, let's talk soon about tackling these things that you told me about. She said she stopped after week 2. It's just taking up space in her cabinet now. I was like, oh, well, what's the reason behind that? I said, I've checked in a lot since then. We could have talked about it a long time ago. And she says, honestly, because I don't see the hype. I don't feel or see any difference in myself. It costs me a lot of money. It just seems like an MLM and I can't justify spending that type of money on drink mixes. Also, you posted, this is what I want you to hear, okay? Also, you posted several times things I do not agree with dealing with Plexus and Jesus. I feel a little silly about the whole situation. So, of course, I come back with, I'm like, you're absolutely right. It's an MLM and it's the best one that there is. And, well, you drink Herbalife drinks, so I'm not really sure what the problem is and all of this. But I want you to know that when you start telling your story authentically, some people are going to hate it. Some people are going to hate it. Guess what? My life revolves around Jesus and Plexus and homeschool. And if you don't like it, there's an unfollow button. I really don't care. But if you get a message like this and it steers you off course to the point that you want to quit or that you just don't think this is for you, I want you to revisit why you're here. Because if that is enough to steer you off and make you quit, you're probably here for the wrong reasons anyway. We all need to take a good hard look at why are we sharing? Why do we even care? Why do I even care if Heather Bennett and Becca and Bethany take their supplements and Michelle show up on these calls? What do I care? I care because I care. because they trusted me with something, you know, and I continue to tell my story. And, you know, it may sound crazy. This chick is a believer too. That's what makes it even more icing on the cake. But um I literally, like, when I started, had no intentions of telling anybody, you know, that I was in the depths of just like wanted to not exist anymore. And the Lord told me, tell the story. And you know how many people were struggling with these same things? And if I just stayed quiet, everybody else, you know, they would either run across somebody else someday that would tell them about it, or they would just still be struggling in their mess. So when you are posting, I really want you to think about, like, what is my story and why does it matter to somebody? Because it does matter to somebody. Just like I want to talk about like my post today, and I'm not perfect at this, guys. I like to tell stories and I like to write posts. And there are whole seasons where I get in a funk and I have to borrow somebody else's post. It happens. Borrow somebody else's post, tweak it a little bit to sound like you, but tell your story when you're telling things. Just like my post today, you know, I talked about how I used to hate Sundays, and I hated Sundays because people would hug me and talk to me and be nice to me, and I hated it. And it just, like, I was just so mentally unstable that I despised it. And so I made a post today about that, and I told the story of how I used to feel. And I could have done that, what I did today, or I could have been like, hey guys, did you know that 90% of your serotonin is made in the gut and you really need to use Plexus? Do I do those posts? Yes, sometimes. But people really, I get more traction. I really do. And start getting into more conversations when I tell stories like this. And all of you have a story, and all of your stories are relevant, and all of them are important. And like, Katie can speak to people that I can't speak to because she had legit like gut issues that I didn't have. You know, Becca has unique issues that I don't have, that she can speak to a different audience. So I want you guys to really lean into what your story is and how you should be serving your audience with that story. People purchase things based on their pain. They just really do. You know, we buy toothpaste and toothbrushes and things like that because we have to have them. But when we make like purchases, I think about like makeup. I'll try a different kind of makeup because I'm sick of the way this one makes me look, and this one is supposed to make me look perfectly beautiful, and that's a pain point of mine. Like, I've just been feeling real fugly lately, and I'm gonna buy this makeup, right? Or these certain leggings promise to give you a mommy makeover every time you put them on. That's a pain point for somebody who's struggling in their body right now. B can speak specifically to health needs and these pain points. For some of us, it was mental health, and we know what kind of hell that was when we were in it. Those are the pain points. We want to speak to people in those ways. We don't always have to be a walking billboard. There is a time and a place for that. Like when the new month starts and it's like, oh my gosh, Plexus just extended the reset for 15 more days. Yes, post that. When we get down to crunch time for the last few days of the month and it's time for people to stop kicking tires and make a choice, yes, we're posting more salesy stuff. But in the meantime, tell your story, because all of that in the meantime stuff, whether people are liking or not, they're reading and they're watching, and you're building trust with them. There is a post that is pinned on my Facebook page, and it's a piece of paper that I found where I used to journal what my symptoms were day by day, because day by day was different. And I posted it and I've pinned it. And one of my customers, when she signed up with me, that is what resonated with her, because on that list are things about my sex drive and how it sucked. And she was like, if Sarah, she told me this because I signed her up on the phone. She's like, I thought to myself, if Sarah can post about her sex drive, I can at least give myself a shot with these products. I'm like, absolutely right. You know, this crap, I'll just say that this crap that I post about is like humiliating to me, because I don't know who that chick is anymore. And like, it's not fun to tell people like, I wanted to kill myself. That's how miserable I was. Or I wanted to drive my car off the side of a cliff. But that's the reality of it. That's just how it was. And it sucked. But we are in attraction marketing. And when we're telling a story like that, we're showing people like that they can do this too. You can tell a story too. Could they post a graphic and, you know, do what everybody else is doing? Yeah, they can. But I mean, that's not going to, we want to lead people to be authentically themselves because that's perfect for them. We want authenticity over being an ad. There's no story too small. It could be something like as simple as, I remember that this time last year, I was on my third round of antibiotics because I was catching everything coming and going. It could be as simple as that, but that's a big deal to some people who live off of antibiotics through sick season, right? And so there's no story too small, but tell them all. I tell somebody, she's not on here tonight, all of the time because she has a long list of things that Plexus has helped her with. I was like, you break that list apart and you've got enough posts for 2 weeks. You just tell that one part a day, this part to the next day. I remember another time, I was pregnant with Micah, so it's like been 4 years ago. There's the song, I don't know if you guys know it, but This Is a Move by Tasha Cobbs. And there's just that one part in that song where she says that bodies are still being raised and giants are still being slain. Absolutely wrecks my world every time I hear the song. Okay. And there was one time, and I was pregnant and probably emotional, and I had just worked out, and remembering that I never believed I could have more children because I was so crazy that, my desire to work out and my ability to work out was taken from me with all of this going on. So I hear that song and it just like wrecks me. And so that particular day, I had just finished my workout and I was listening to that song and I was just weeping, and I got in my stories and I'm crying and like giving that testimony. And I don't remember how many people I signed up because of that. Now, I'm not telling you to like sniff an onion and make yourself cry to get attention, but like I was just being authentically me in that moment. I usually hate when people post videos of them crying and stuff because you can never tell if it is authentic, but that was me. And I don't cry in front of people. I hate it. And I did. I remember one person literally messaging me and saying, okay, I'm in. Like, get me in here. And it's just because I was just being me. You are the story. Every aspect of you is the story. And what you're doing is you are inviting people to partner with you to be like a co-author in their own story. Like, I want to come alongside you and I want to help you write this next chapter in your story. God is like, I was thinking about it today. I'm like, God is the publisher, let's say, of the book. He gets the ultimate say so in it all, but we're all writing the chapters and we're writing the stories. And we just want people to allow us to be their co-authors in this. And you have to think about it like this. When you're posting, you are posting the fruit of your Plexus journey in a story form. Sell every single day in your stories. Like, put all the graphics and all the ads and be crazy you, whatever you want to be in your stories all the time. But on your newsfeed and what people are reading and taking the time to scroll through, you're posting the fruit. And it could be, I was in a training call today and he said, like, it could just be you've played a basketball game with your teenagers and you just have your active in your hand and you're like thankful for this energy to teach these or show these kids that the old man still has it, that kind of thing. Or it could have been, for example, like Samantha at the park today with her kids, like so thankful for this natural energy to get me through a beautiful afternoon at the park. It doesn't always have to be a novel that you're telling. But, it's a story. You're showing people like where this is where it came from and this is what's going on with me. And again, I'm nerdy. I like the nerdy info personally, but there's some people who don't. And so I just want to encourage you, at least for the first few months of February, be authentically you for a while. And another thing that I learned is when you shift the way you're posting, let's say you start posting more about the business tomorrow and you start posting 3 times a week about the business and your audience isn't used to that, it takes people about 90 days to get used to your new posting style. If you start talking about the business more, it's going to take people like 3 months before they're like, okay, She's serious about what she's posting about. So that's why it's super important not to get discouraged when you're not getting action or traction or attention from your posts. You have to keep doing it with the long term in mind, just like with our products. We're doing it for 90 days at least, because when you do, you know you're going to see the fruit from it. It's the same thing with your posting. So, all right. I think I'm done. It's 9:04. Anybody have any questions or something you want to add about that?
Tomorrow, I'm going to the IPA, like the Consistency Club is actually about storytelling. So I'm going to have some videos on how to do it, some tips from a person who actually spoke at convention a few years ago when we were in Dallas. That's a professional storyteller. So we're going to do that. So it'll kind of tie right into exactly what Sarah's talking about. And the 90 days, it's the same thing for your business. What you do now shows up in 90 days. Same thing. You just have to be consistent and whatever it is you choose to do, like she said. But so glad to see everyone on here. I loved it. Sarah, do you want to close this out?
Yeah, I will. Lord, we thank you for another Monday night. I thank you for these and just the encouragement that it is to me. And I pray that it is for everybody else as well. Lord, tonight we have needs. You see Katie's baby, Lord. I pray that you just touch Harper, Lord. Give her a peace that surpasses all understanding in this, so that she can lay her head down and rest, knowing that you've got her, that you kept her even yesterday, and that you will continue to keep her. Lord, I pray that you just ease all anxiety in the Lusk house, and that you just bless all of them. And for Morgan's baby, I know they're keeping an eye on her from a fall. I pray that you just be with her, help them to also get some rest tonight. And anybody else who's dealing with things in their home and their marriages with their kiddos, whatever it is, Lord, I pray that you just touch all these places and that you bless all of these women and men who are working. I pray that you bless the work of their hands. I pray that you just stay so near to us. Help us to remember why we're here, to know that it's all for your glory. And that it's just to help people develop their own stories so that we can partner with them and partner with you in it all. And I just thank you in advance for all that you're working out. Thank you for what you've already done. And I just thank you for this company and this community and these friends. In Jesus' name, amen.